This morning on DC News Now, we're tracking some patchy dense fog out there, especially down towards Culpeper, Fredericksburg, and even just south of Manassas out there this morning. So take it slow on the roadways in that area, but we are starting off a bit more on the mild side. Later on this afternoon, highs right around 60, a little bit cooler as we get ahead towards the weekend. More details coming up.
Also coming up this morning, a 3-year-old killed, 4 teenagers injured. What we know about a shooting at a home in Prince William County.
Plus, driving the metro drunk, what we're learning about a train operator's bizarre ride on the Blue Line.
And a live look at the U.S. Capitol this morning, heading into day 3 of a vote for speakership. Kevin McCarthy fighting for his political career against members of his own party. What you can expect on the Hill today.
The station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And good Thursday morning to you. Thank you for joining us on DC News Now. I'm Shanika Grimshaw in for Corey James.
Good morning. I'm Tanaya Wright. We first want to go right to meteorologist Jackie Layer with a check on our Thursday forecast. And Jackie, it's not bad right now, but the cold air is moving back.
Yeah, it's going to be moving in, especially as we get ahead towards tomorrow, and that continues into the weekend. Dense fog advisory, though, to kickstart your Thursday morning commute, and that is for parts of Virginia. We're talking right around Madison County, Culpeper County, southern Fauquier County, as well as Prince William County, and that's until 8 a.m. this morning. We are seeing some locations down that way, less than a quarter of a mile at times, and that's certainly the case in Culpeper. Seeing that especially in southernmost parts of Fauquier County, about a mile visibility reporting now into Fredericksburg at this point. Temperatures, we're starting off a bit more on the mild side, but again, not as warm as yesterday morning, but we're right now in D.C. 56, 52 in Waldorf, 53, Fredericksburg, 50 currently in Hagerstown. A few locations starting off into the 40s. Do this cold front starting to swing through, but as it exits, that will allow the colder air to really trickle in. So we're looking at tomorrow's high temperatures, upper 40s to right around 50. Again, towards the weekend, much more seasonable into the 40s. More details on that coming up. But Shanika's here. We have more traffic update. How's it looking out there this morning?
All right, so let's start out in Maryland. We have a crash. You can't see it, though. It's on the inner loop stretch right past New Hampshire Avenue. Do watch that right shoulder is blocked. But again, you're looking pretty green. Nothing in your way at all. 270 even. It's looking pretty good. You're only in the 6 o'clock hour, though. 66 heading east and west. Okay, 95, same thing in the mixing bowl, but off of your major roadways. Do watch for a crash, and this is in Leesburg, off of 7, heading east. That's right near 7 Business.
Developing this morning, a D.C. man is in custody after police say he shot 5 people in Prince William County. 4 of those victims are teenagers, a toddler as well, and that toddler died at the scene. Our Lex Warris is live this morning now in Dumfries. So, Lex, what is the latest now from police?
Well, the shooting happened in the brick townhome that is just behind me, and police have arrested Kenyatta Lee Oglesby for the mass shooting. Now, that 20-year-old was actually staying at the townhome and dating one of the victims. That's according to police. He was taken in easily in the afternoon on Wednesday, but stopped answering questions about what led up to the shooting. Police say it actually happened just before 11 o'clock in the morning. One of the victims was found outside of the home, and the rest were all in the basement. 2 14-year-olds, a 16-year-old, and a 17-year-old were all shot. A 3-year-old was also shot, and she died at the scene. Now, neighbors tell us that they heard the shooting and are concerned about crime in the area.
3 gunshots, pam, pam, pam. So the first thing I do, I run to the living room, and all my kids, my 2 kids on the floor. We moved over here 1 week later. Somebody was shot right in the junction in his car, around 6 a.m. in the morning.
Well, Oglesby is currently being held without bond. He is facing multiple charges. Those are including 1 count of murder. He's also facing charges of aggravated malicious wounding, as well as using a gun during the commission of a felony. Right now, they have not set his next court date, but of course, as we find out more information, we'll definitely let you know both here and online. Live in Dumfries, I'm Lex Juarez, DC News Now.
Thank you, Lex. Breaking now out of Utah this morning, police say 8 people, including 5 children, have been shot to death.
Yeah, it happened inside of a home in Enoch City. Officials say they were all members of the same family, and the victims were found when police did a welfare check on the home yesterday. Authorities have not provided a potential motive for the killings. In the wake of these killings, these violent killings, the local community is shaken up.
Many of us have served with them in church in and community, and have gone to school with these individuals. And so this community at this time is hurting. They're feeling lost, they're feeling pain, they have a lot of questions, which is natural, and they're here to support.
Now, authorities have not been able to provide more details, but they say there's no active threat to the public. And leaders in Prince George's County are looking into what's the next step for the youth curfew established last year.
And they are reviewing how to move it forward in light of recent increase of carjacking arrests involving young people. Our Marisa Say has more on how the county is combating youth crime.
2 teenagers were arrested for carjacking a delivery driver in this Landover neighborhood just last month. And investigators say one of those teens is actually a repeated offender. Now, this is one of the many crime concerns the county executive is trying to tackle with this youth curfew. And community advocates say it's all hands on deck.
I just think the youth are losing focus. I feel like they don't have anywhere to go. They don't have anything to do.
Community advocate Jeanette Brandon says she's disappointed in increasing crime involving the youth.
It's really hurtful because, you know, when back in our time and our days, we went in when the street lights came on.
According to a spokesperson for County Executive Angela Alsobrooks, there was a drop in carjacking since the youth curfew went into effect the Labor Day weekend. But at the end of 2022, there were more minors arrested for carjackings than there were adults. In the statement, the spokesperson says PGPD is constantly evaluating crime statistics and adjusting its strategy as need dictates. And we remain deeply concerned about the disproportionate youth involvement in these incidents. Brandon says children need more safe spaces.
We could just open up more of our rec centers. I think we would give our youth a little bit more to do. And sometimes the children won't talk to your parents, so we're going to try to do something to bring the children together to talk to us. So let's get out in the community and see what we can do to help these children and help the parents.
She also says everyone needs to step up.
I think she's trying to do the right thing. I just think we need to bridge the gap, and everybody needs to come together. The parents, the communities, and the rest of the top officials need to come together and work with her so that we can all push together.
Now the county.
TSA agents at Reagan International Airport discovered a semi-automatic folding rifle in a flyer's carry-on luggage. This gun you see here was packed inside of a backpack with 3 magazines containing over 50 rounds of ammo. TSA told travelers if you leave a weapon incorrectly packed in your bag, you can face fines of almost $15,000. Illegally packing guns can also affect your TSA pre-check status.
A Metro train operator is out of a job this morning, accused of operating the train while drunk. DC News Now's Randy Bass is live at our newsroom this morning with what we know so far. So, Randy, commuters told Metro that they knew something was going on.
Yeah, Tanaya, that new report we just got in from Metro yesterday tells us that the Blue Line train he was driving went to the Van Dorn station, bypassing that station completely, then going on to the Franconia Springfield station where that train sat for 30 minutes before the operator allowed passengers to get off. That is when Metro officials were tipped off to a potential problem with that train and the operator. This all happened around 10 o'clock at night back on December 23rd. Metro tells us that operator will not be allowed to return to work. Metro Transit Police report doesn't name the operator but confirms he was arrested and charged with DWI, driving while intoxicated. He'd worked for Metro since 2017 and had worked as a train operator since 2019. Metro also tells us they do follow a random drug and alcohol testing protocol. Metro's independent safety watchdog, the Washington Metro Rail Safety Commission, is also aware of what happened, but it's not clear if they're performing an investigation on their end at this time. In the newsroom, Randy Bass, DC News Now.
All right, thank you, Randy. And on Capitol Hill, the stalemate over who will be the Republican House Speaker continues, raising questions about the party's identity and future. With 20 Republicans still voting against Kevin McCarthy, some members of the party say the detractors are sabotaging their own slim majority and alienating voters. They say that they've made their demands clear and they need to see McCarthy change his plans.
The House, they can waive all that stuff. You got to have ultimately a tool through the Rules Committee or other positions of power, but it vacates part of that, to say, damn it, stop doing that. We're not going to allow that to occur. That's what the debate is about right now.
With the Republican Party in disarray, House Democrats were united in their support of Hakeem Jeffries.
And he understands that public safety, public health, and economic opportunity must go hand in hand. That's why, at the direction of the Democratic caucus, I advanced the name of Hakeem Jeffries from Brooklyn, New York, as our next Speaker for the 118th Congress.
The House will reconvene to vote on a Speaker at noon. And President Biden and Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell joined forces in Kentucky to announce new infrastructure projects.
Our Washington correspondent Rashad Hudson has the latest.
Standing under the Brent Spence Bridge connecting Kentucky and Ohio, President Biden announced the busy trucking route is getting a $1.6 billion facelift.
I-75 alone carries $2 billion of freight.
The upgrades are a result of the bipartisan infrastructure law Congress passed more than a year ago.
The most significant investment in American roads, bridges, since the Eisenhower Interstate Highway System.
Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell joined President Biden in his home state of Kentucky Wednesday for the announcement.
And this bridge, I think, symbolizes the coming together of both sides on something that both sides thought was important to try to get an outcome.
The White House says the trip was aimed at sending a message of bipartisanship as President Biden starts the second half of his first term. Also with the president was Ohio Senator Sherrod Brown, who says he spent 20 years pushing for these repairs.
It means the 160,000 Americans who cross this bridge every single day. 3%, as Rob said, 3% of the GDP every day crossing this bridge. It means that all of them will benefit.
President Biden says other parts of the country can expect major repairs to their roads and bridges soon. Reporting in Washington, Rashad Hudson.